Good morning, students. Chapter 3, Motion in a Straight Line continue. In last lecture, we have discussed what is free fall and some questions based on free fall. Okay, now we will see some more questions based on this. See, example 3.4. What is question? A ball is thrown vertically upward with a velocity of 20 meters per second from the top of a building. The height of point from where the ball is thrown is 25 meters from the ground. Question A. How high will the ball rise? And question B. How long will it take before the ball hits the ground? See, first of all, we will assume condition. What is given? Ground, it is one building, top of building. Okay, now read the data carefully. A ball is thrown vertically upward with a velocity 20 meters per second from the top of building. From this point A, with initial velocity v0 is equal to 20 meters per second, a ball is thrown in vertically upward direction. What is your first question? How high will the ball rise? Suppose ball is rising up to maximum height up to point B. And we know that at maximum height, its velocity will be 0. At maximum height, its velocity will be 0. Remember this point, okay? So when ball is thrown from point A with velocity v0 is equal to 20 meters per second at maximum height, after traveling distance h at point B, maximum height, its velocity will be 0. Then see, initial velocity, final velocity, it is distance, and we know that gravitational acceleration g, it is always vertically downward direction. So we have initial velocity, final velocity, distance and acceleration. From this data you have to find what is maximum height. Okay, see, at maximum height at point B, we know that velocity is 0. Which equation you have to use? V square minus V0 square is equal to 2ax. How to make changes? At point B, final velocity 0, initial velocity 20 square is equal to 2. A is replaced by minus g, and we are taking value of g 10 meters per second square. So A is equal to minus 10. A is equal to minus 10, and x is replaced by h. Okay, so 20 square minus 400 is equal to minus 20h. If you make h as subject, 400 divided by 20, so h is equal to 20 meter. So if you throw object from this point with velocity 20 meter per second, its maximum height at time is 20 meter. Clear? Okay, now what is second question? See, how long will it be before the ball hits the ground? Means what is question? If you throw ball from this point A in upward direction, you know what happens. See, first of all, ball is moving in upward direction up to maximum height. Then, due to gravitational force, it will move in vertically downward direction up to ground. Yes or no? Yes. Again, ball is starting from this point A. 25 meter high, 25 meter high. So it is initial point. 25 meter high is initial point. It is moving in upward direction, and then it returns to ground. Ground means height 0. Ground means height 0. So here you have to identify initial position and final position. It is initial position. y0 is equal to 25 meter, and final position, that is on ground, y is equal to 0. Y is equal to 0. Then see, we have initial position, final position, okay, and we have to find the time. Position and time. What is relation? What is equation? This one. Y is equal to y0 plus v0t plus half kt square. Yes, we have derived uniformly accelerated motions equation for x-axis, but we can also apply the same equations for y-axis. So y is equal to y0 plus v0t plus half kt square, where y is final position. Final position of ball is ground, so y is equal to 0. y0 is initial position. Initially ball is at top of building, it's at 25-meter high, and see, it is in upward direction, so it is plus. V0 20 meter per second because ball is thrown in upward direction. Ball is thrown in upward direction. So we have considered upward direction as positive. A is equal to minus t. Gravitational acceleration is always in downward direction, so it is minus 10. So if in this equation you put all data, y is equal to 0. Y is equal to 25, B is equal to 20, A is equal to minus 10, yes. Okay, then 25 plus 20t minus 5t square, okay, then 5t square minus 20t minus 25 is equal to 0. If you take 5 common, then t square minus 4t minus 5, now you know this equation, okay, in 10th you have studied. It is quadratic equation, okay, how to solve quadratic equation, okay, that is question for you. Okay, yes, you can use any method. You can use any method and you have to solve this. Find value of t. Find value of t. So it is as your homework. You have to solve this quadratic equation. Okay, so it is one question based on motion in gravitational field. Okay, now see next question. Okay. One another question and one another concept. Okay, if you are moving on vehicle, okay, and if you apply brake, I'm not talking about short brakes, okay, if you apply brake, then for common man, okay, when common man applies brake, okay, not stunt, then after applying brake, vehicle covers some distance before it stops. Vehicle covers some distance before it stops. Okay, if I am moving on vehicle, if I am moving on a vehicle, and if I am applying brakes, then my vehicle stops at the same point? No, it covers some distance and after that vehicle stops. Okay, then what is stopping distance of vehicle? See, when brakes are applied to a moving vehicle, the distance it travels before stopping is called stopping distance. It is also called braking distance. It is also called braking distance. See what is situation? Here it is. Vehicle moving with initial velocity v0 in this direction. Brakes are applied. Yes, we know that whenever brakes are applied, acceleration is produced in opposite direction of velocity. Acceleration is produced in opposite direction of velocity, and due to that its motion opposes and its velocity decreases, and after traveling distance d, its velocity will become 0. Its velocity will become 0. Okay, so initially vehicle is moving with velocity v0. Acceleration is produced in opposite direction, means retardation. After covering distance d, vehicle stops, means its final velocity becomes 0. Again, from this data, you can understand which equation you have to use. See, v0, v, distance, acceleration. Yes, here it is. V square minus v0 square is equal to 2ax. How to make changes? Final velocity 0, initial velocity v0 is equal to 2y minus a, because here it is case of retardation. Here it is case of retardation. Acceleration is in opposite direction of velocity. So here it is minus a and x is replaced by stopping distance d. So this minus sign cancel out. v0 square is equal to 2ad and d is equal to v0 square upon 2a. So d is stopping distance. D is called stopping distance. D is equal to v0 square upon 2a. Now two constant. If acceleration is constant, then we can say d is proportional to v0 square. Means stopping distance depends on initial velocity. Stopping distance depends on initial velocity. If you are moving on 20 km per hour, okay, your speed is 20 km per hour, and you apply brakes, then yes, stopping distance is small for you. But if you are moving on 100 km per hour, and if you apply brakes, then stopping distance is more. Stopping distance is more. Yes, if your initial speed is high, then stopping distance is also high. Clear? See, one example based on it. If initial velocity is v0, in this case, initial velocity is v0, then stopping distance t1 is directly proportional to v0 square. If I double speed, okay, if I am increasing its speed, if initial speed is doubled, so what is now stopping distance? What is new stopping distance? d2 is proportional to v0 square. Clear? What is relation between distance and initial speed? d is proportional to v0 square. Now if speed is doubled, then new stopping distance is directly proportional to 2v0 square. If you take ratio of these two equations, okay, d2 upon d1, then is equal to 2v0 square means 4v0 square upon v0 square. v0 square cut is equal to 4. If you take d1 in this side, then d2 is equal to 4d1. It means if you increases your speed doubled, if your speed is doubled, stopping distance becomes 4 times. Stopping distance becomes 4 times. Okay. Now if I ask you one question, if I increase initial speed by 3 times, if I increase initial speed by 3 times, then stopping distance increases by, what is answer? Write this answer in comment box. I will reply you are right or wrong. Pause your video and write down from board. Okay, one more question. See here. Exercise 3.6. A car is moving along a straight highway with speed of 126 km per hour and is brought to a stop within a distance of 200 meters. What is retardation of car and how long does it take for car to stop? Now see, in physics, if you want to solve any question easily, first of all, understand data. Okay, what is given? Okay, draw situation. What is given? See here, a car is moving along a straight highway. See, it is a straight highway. Okay, a car is moving on a straight highway with speed of 126 km per hour. Means its initial speed v0 is equal to 126 km per hour. How to convert this kilometer per hour in meter per second? Simple. Okay, kilometer means 1000 meter, hour means 3600 second. So it is 35 meter per second. Okay, now speed of 126 km per hour and brought to a stop. A stop means final velocity will become 0. Within a distance of 200 meter means between these 2 point distance is 200 meter. Okay. What is retardation of car? First question. What is retardation of car? Hello, your speed decreases and vehicle stops when brakes are applied. Brakes are applied means it is case of retardation. It is case of retardation. To see how to solve this question and question which equation you have to use, initial velocity, final velocity, distance, and your question is what is retardation? Then yes, what is equation relating this all? V square minus V0 square is equal to 2ax. Final velocity 0. Initial velocity 35. 2a you have to find. X is 200 meters. Okay, so make A as subject, then A is equal to 35 square, it is 1225. Okay, it is minus 2 into 200, it is 400. So 1225 divided by 400, A is equal to minus 3.0625. Now you may ask the question, sir, why minus sign? Hello, it is retardation. It is retardation. Acceleration is produced in opposite direction of velocity. So it is A is equal to minus 3.0625 means retardation. Okay, what is second question? How long does it take for the car to stop? How long means you have to find a time. In which time, okay, vehicle stops. Then see, initial velocity, yes you know. Final velocity, yes you know. And now you already know what is acceleration. Okay, you have to find time. then which equation you have to use? Yes, here it is. V is equal to V0 plus 80. V is equal to V0 plus 80. Final velocity 0. Initial velocity 35. Acceleration minus 3.0625 into t. If you take this term on left hand side, it will become positive. Make t as subject. T is equal to 11.42 second. Means in 11 second vehicle stops. In 11 second vehicle stops. Clear? So it is one question based on stopping distance, we can say. Okay. Now you have two extra questions, but it will clear your concept. Okay. See, a ball is thrown in vertically upward direction attains maximum height of 16 meter. At what height its velocity be half of its initial velocity? Hello students, if maximum height is 16 meter, we know that at maximum height velocity will become 0. Okay, never ever assume that yes, velocity will become half at maximum half of maximum height, that is at 8 meter. No, it is wrong. It is wrong. Okay. Okay. How to solve this? See, a ball is thrown in vertically upward direction, attains maximum height of 16 meter. See, we will draw situation. Ground. Initial velocity V0. Thrown in upward direction. We know that as ball is moving in upward direction, its velocity decreases. At maximum height, its velocity will become 0. And what is distance per height traveled? It is maximum height 16 meter. Gravitational acceleration is always in downward direction. Clear? Okay. Now what is your question? Your question is, if ball is thrown from initial velocity V0 in upward direction, at which height its velocity will become half of its initial value? Clear? Again, if ball is thrown in upward direction, at which height its initial velocity will become half of initial velocity? Okay? Okay. See, it is case 1, it is case 2. Now for case 1, see, initial velocity V0, final velocity 0 at maximum height, and it is 16 meter. Gravitational acceleration is always in downward direction. From this 4, you can easily say which equation you have to use. V square minus V0 square is equal to 2ax. Final velocity 0, initial velocity V0, 2 as it is, a is replaced by minus g, x maximum height, because in this case it is maximum height distance covered. Okay, so minus V0 square is equal to 2, g value 10, h is 16, so V0 square is equal to 320. V0 square is equal to 320. Hello, come simplify V0. Okay, it takes square root of 320. No, not required. V0 square is equal to 320. Keep it as. Okay, now for this case, that is your question. Okay, if you throw any object with velocity V0, at which height its velocity will become half? Again, gravitational acceleration, it is in downward direction. So which equation you have to use? V square minus V0 square is equal to 2ax. V means final velocity V0 by 2. Initial velocity V0. 2 as it is, a is replaced by minus g, x it is height. Clear? V0 square by 4 minus V0 is equal to minus 2, value of g 10, it is h. Simplify this, V0 square minus 4V0 square divided by 4 is equal to minus 20h. Minus 3V0 square by 4 is equal to minus 20h. If you make h as subject, 3V0 square, 4 into 20. Put value of V0 square, you will get h is equal to 12 meter. So if maximum height is 16 meter, at which height its velocity will become half? It is 12 meter, not 8 meter. Okay, clear how to use equations? Okay, one last question, and yes, it is easy. A motorcyclist covers 1/3 of given distance with speed of 10 km per hour, the next 1/3 at 20 km per hour, and the last 1/3 at 30 km per hour. Then find average speed. Remember the question of average speed. One special case I have derived for 2 equal distances, and I have given you homework for 3 equal distances. What is average speed? Yes, its answer is here. See, if total distance covered is V, then during first 1/3 distance, its velocity, its speed is v1, 10 km per hour. During next 1/3 distance, its speed is v2, 20 km per hour. And during last 1/3 distance, its speed is v3 is equal to 30 km per hour. Then what is average speed? You know what is equation of average speed? V bar is equal to 3 v1 v2 v3 upon v1 v2 plus v2 v3 plus v1 v3. What is value of v1? 10 km per hour. Where it is? Yes, here it is. 20 km per hour v2 and it is v3. Clear? So if you remember such equations, your calculation will become very short and easy. Clear? You have to calculate what is its answer. You have to calculate what is its answer. Clear? Pause your video, write down from board, make notes and send notes on my WhatsApp number